Hello, it is 8 p.m. on January 31st, 2020, last day of the month, and fairly cloudy day, kind of cool, but it's still above normal. You can see we do have some light rain that is starting to move into the area. This is just light rain, and that's all we're going to see from this system. It's just the light rain. You can see it's over New Jersey, so expect maybe a little bit of light rain, say between 9, a little after 9 o'clock, maybe between then and midnight. Here is the main area of rain right here. This is going to be passing off to our south. This will not be traveling over us. You can see it looks pretty heavy there over South Carolina and parts of North Carolina, but that should stay to the south and the east, and we shouldn't be dealing with any of that heavy rain. Here's a look at the satellite image, and you can see here all these clouds that have been over. So this is all streaming in from the system, but you could also see the general direction of the system will pass to our south. Let's go and look at some of the current observations across the area. We're mainly around 39, 40 degrees, a light east wind, as you can see. So if we look at JFK Airport, you'll see a light east wind, and just a light east wind, 39 degrees. Dew point is 37, so it's getting, the air is getting more moist out there as that system, as we deal with more of an easterly flow. We're going to definitely see more moisture across the area. Here is the Wonder map, and again, you can see temperatures are in the upper 30s, and basically temperatures are around 40 degrees pretty much everywhere in our area. Let's go to the National Weather Service website and take a look and see what the highs were today. I think it was only like in the mid 40s today, so I don't think it really got up that high. 43, but we'll take a look anyway. So 40 degrees right now at Farmingdale, east wind at 6, and we did hit 45, so it is still above normal. And January is probably going to be above normal as far as the month goes. I don't think they've released their I don't think they've released their January. No, they have not released their January statistics yet. I'll probably do that in a separate video. Unfortunately, this doesn't look good. This is from the CPC. I normally don't show this, but let's go ahead and show you this. This was a tweet from the Weather Service. Bad news, warm pattern, basically. So winter, again, nowhere in sight. You can see this is the long-range forecast from the CPC, jet valid 15th to 28th, above normal, no winter in sight for us, maybe below normal in the northwest. This is just very discouraging, very discouraging. This is like the worst winter we've ever had in terms of the lack of cold and hardly any snow at all. And the other thing I want to talk about in another video, not in this video, is the JFK and the arrivals into JFK that are dumped over our area regardless of the wind direction. That'll be another video. That won't be this video. Let's see if I can get some information though on January, if we can get if they do have a monthly report. Let's go ahead and see if they do or not. Why do I have no internet? Let's see. I don't know what's going on here. Let's try this again. All right, there we go. I don't know what's going on. The internet's like going in and out. Happened already once. Let's go to iSlip and take, again, no internet. What the hell? What is going on here? Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. So let's see. This is no, that's not the one. I don't want the daily. I want the got distracted by the other thing. Preliminary monthly climate data. So let's see if we can get that for iSlip. It should give us the where did it go? It should give us the preliminary for the month. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Let's get the preliminary for the month of at iSlip here. So the average monthly temperature was 37.3. We were 6.8 degrees above normal, so nearly 7 degrees above normal, which is quite a lot as far as the temperature goes, and hardly any snow. We've actually had a kind of a dry month, and we've only seen 2.5 inches of snow at iSlip. So that is the preliminary for iSlip. Let's go and look at Central Park and look at that one as well. So here's Central Park. Here's the preliminary for Central Park. and we have average 39.2. That's 6.7 degrees above normal. So almost 7 degrees above normal, which is a very big departure for January. Very, very warm month. It may not be the warmest January on record, but it definitely is up there with with some of the warmest. In this pattern, this unrelenting pattern that we have, it just doesn't seem to want to break down at all. So, in fact, let me go to North America regions, and I'll show you what's going on in the upper air first. Show you how hopeless it is. Let's go and look at the 500, and we'll take a look at this. So this is the GFS, and we've got this persistent, basically we have this persistent Pacific flow that is into the northwest. So what is happening here? Let's draw here. We'll put the jet stream in. We'll put it in blue. We have this persistent Pacific flow and troughing in this area, in this region here, troughing over Greenland, troughing over Alaska. So what this does is this locks all the cold air up in the Arctic, and none of it can come down. And what we wind up getting when we have this type of pattern is just all this Pacific air that's coming in. So as you can see, the tight isobars there, all that Pacific air just coming in, and there's no cold anywhere. If we go look at the Ventus sky, I'll load that up in a minute. If we go look at the Ventus sky, you'll see the deal here when we look at the whole continent as a whole, as far as the current temperatures go. And it's warm everywhere. I mean, everywhere is warm. Even Canada. I mean, we're seeing in the Northwest Territories, they're in the upper. This is well above normal for them. It's supposed to be much colder than that. You can see there is very cold air in the Arctic, but it's just bottled up in the Arctic, and we can't see any of it coming down. It's all in the northwest, the extreme northern part of Canada. Move this over here, the extreme northern part of Canada, and it's just locked up there, and it's not even coming down. And look at some of these gradients too. It's literally just locked. It's like there's a wall here. It's just keeping the cold air in this area and keeping much of Canada warm. And I mean, the Arctic is just cut off. There's only a little bit of cold that bled through in the eastern part of Canada. That's what we got a taste of the past couple of days. And that's it. So it's awful. So it is just awful. So let me clear this, and we will go and look at the GFS here and show you how hopeless it really is. So you can see this pattern just persists. We go into the weekend. You see that the cold air is just locked up. We have a ridge building in the east, which is going to mean very warm temperatures next week. There's a trough in the west, and that trough kind of swings through, but then it just kind of pulls up. And then we try to get a little ridging in this area here, but the trough winds up going out west. So again, Flagstaff, the west, they'll have some colder weather, maybe some snow. We're going to be above normal, and nothing changes. I mean, the only thing that changes is it gets worse for us, because we have this really strong positive North America and North Atlantic oscillation. I don't talk much about teleconnections. If you want to hear about teleconnections and all that, Joe Chaffee's a much better Joe Chaffee all around. He's even giving up on this winter. All right, but he's one of the best people out there when it comes to analysis of the weather. But anyway, you see, we got this ridging here in Alaska, but we still have the troughing here. So maybe there's hope toward the end of the period we'll see a little cold air maybe spill down, but it's always in the end of the period, and it never, ever gets here. And let's go and look at the euro, and I'm sure it doesn't look any better. I'm sure it doesn't look any better. So let's go look at the euro. It's just no breakdown of this. It looks like it is trying to bring a little bit of a trough in, maybe next weekend, but there's just no overall change in the pattern. It's just locked in place. It's just awful. And, climate change could be playing a role in this as well, for sure. It's just this is not normal. This is just not normal. So anyway, let's go look at the surface now. And look at the surface, and I'll put this in the CONUS view so you can see what we're going to have, what we're going to be dealing with now. So let's go ahead and look at this. So here we go. So here's that storm passing offshore. We'll be lucky to see, like I said, a little light rain tonight, and that's it. No snow. There's a little area of light rain, like a little bit of a trough that might move through Sunday morning. Maybe a little light snow might mix in, but no accumulation expected. And then we have this Bermuda high set up here, a high right over Florida, and that warm air is just going to come surging up. It'll become surging right up, right from the Gulf, right in our area. So it's going to be very warm, unseasonably warm, Monday and Tuesday, especially probably Tuesday. Just really horrible, really horrible. So let's go further along here, and you see we have this front that tries to move through. This is like a very summertime pattern. We've got a ridge in the Atlantic now, Bermuda high, blocking the cold fronts from coming through. We're going to have a chance of rain on Wednesday. It's actually a chance of rain. It's not like it's going to be sunny. It's going to be cloudy. With it. The only day it'll be sunny is Monday. Tuesday, plenty of clouds, chance of rain. Wednesday, we have a chance of rain. Another low moves. It's going to have a stalled frontal boundary right here. And then Thursday, maybe they might get some snow in the interior New England, but for us, it'll just be more rain again. And then more rain for Friday. So it's going to be very wet. We're going to start off getting a lot of rain, a lot of precipitation, but no snow as we're above normal. And then as we go into the weekend, we try to dry it out, try to clear it out, and then the same damn thing again. Here comes another ridge and more rain for next week, Wednesday, and this pattern is just hopeless. And maybe we try to get some cold in here for Thursday the 13th, and then another rainstorm. So it just never ends. We just can't break out of this. We're not having winter this year, folks. We are not having winter this year. It's not happening. So let's go look at the temperatures here, and then we'll talk a little more about that storm as well. But first, we'll look at the temperatures because the storm ain't really going to be much to talk about. So here we go, end of the month, going into February. Saturday, we're it'll be plenty of clouds around, stuck around 40 degrees. Then for Sunday, we're in the low 40s. And then Monday, it looks like Monday won't be too bad. It'll be in the upper 40s, or maybe low 50s. This is still above normal. Looks like it's worse over Jersey. The only thing that might save us is, like I said, maybe cloud cover on Tuesday. That's why it might not get that warm. And then this front tries to move through. It tries. There's cold air to our north, but it's just stuck. You can see there's a stalled frontal boundary right over us. So we're going to be playing with stalled front syndrome right here. Right here, we're going to be playing with stalled front syndrome. So, Lori, right here, you can see where that front is. Stalled out right there. You can clearly see it. I'll draw it for you anyway so you get the idea again. Yeah, stalled front syndrome. That's what we're going to be dealing with. Sucks. It really sucks. What can I tell you? It's awful. It's just awful. All right, let me clear this, and we'll move on. So we try, and then more warm air comes up into the area Friday. We're back into the 50s again. And then we try to cool it off by the weekend, maybe down by 30. But no real cold air. And then it just gets warm again. Same damn thing again. And then here comes the one, another stall front syndrome. And then it tries to bring some cold air in Thursday, February the 13th. And maybe it'll be a short plunge. And then after that, it just warms back up. And then another plunge. That's probably just a fantasy at this point. So let's take a look and see how much rain we're going to get for the next week. I'll put it up to 0Z Friday. So let's see how much rain, because we're going to be getting a lot of rain here. Total accumulated precip. Let's see over the next, yeah, we're going to be getting quite a bit, actually. So like I said, it's going to be a wet week. But as far as tomorrow goes, don't expect much precipitation. It's only giving us, it's only, maybe over New Jersey, maybe you might pick up closer to a quarter of an inch, but here maybe a tenth of an inch, and that's it. As far as this next storm system goes, it's not going to be all that much, as you can see here. It kind of just moves on out. And then we have another, like I said, that slight chance. I think our best chance might be like overnight Saturday night, so we might see some light rain, but that may be more over New Jersey than over us, and that's it. And if we look at the NAM, I mean, there's no difference, but I'll look at the NAM anyway. See the same thing here. That little bit there, and then dry for tomorrow. There's your storm system, very weak, going offshore, and then maybe a slight chance, a little light rain or snow shower, and that's it. It's not going to. The storm is nothing. It's going to be not going to be nothing. So, we will hardly see any precipitation. Maybe a little light rain, and that's it. Now let's go and look at the sky conditions. I'll go back to GFS here, And see, with all this misery going on, well, we actually see any sunshine, and unfortunately, we're not going to see much sunshine. So let's go here, total clouds, total cloud fraction, and we'll go and look at this. So here we go, Saturday. Obviously, plenty of clouds around with that system. Sunday, we try to maybe get a little sun breaking through the clouds in the afternoon. On Monday, we might see a little more sun, but it won't really be a clear day because there's probably going to be a lot of high clouds around with that southwest flow. I can't imagine it being that clear, but the sun will be out. And then Tuesday, clouds. Wednesday, clouds. Thursday, clouds. Friday, clouds. And maybe we get it out of it by next Saturday, maybe, and maybe the weekend. But this week ahead is going to actually suck, and then you could see more suckage again. It just doesn't end. It just doesn't end. What can I tell you? This is an awful, awful pattern we're in. Just awful, awful winter. Awful winter. And like I said, if I could just get on a plane, one of the many planes that seems to be flying over here, and go to Flagstaff, even if it's just for a week or two, just to get some sun, and it would be great. But you need money for that. I don't have that, so I guess we'll be close to wrapping up this weather update. So I guess that's going to be it. So sucky week ahead, folks. What can I tell you? No hope at all. It's just hopeless. It really is. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care.